Sigma males have a unique way of moving through life, untethered by the expectations of others. They have mastered the art of not caring, at least, not in the way most people understand it. Their approach is not about being dismissive or cold-hearted. It is about prioritizing what truly matters to them and cutting out the noise. When a Sigma male shows he could not care less, it is not an act. It is a lifestyle, a mindset honed through self-awareness, and a refusal to bend to societal norms or expectations. Now, do not mistake this for apathy or laziness. Sigma males are anything but idle. Their actions, or lack of them, are deliberate. When they demonstrate that they could not care less, it is not because they do not care about anything. It is because they have learned to focus only on what truly aligns with their values. With that said, here are the 7 weird ways Sigma males show they genuinely could not care less. 1. They do not chase after closure if a relationship fails. When most people deal with the wreckage of a failed relationship, they go on a scavenger hunt for closure. They want explanations, apologies, and sometimes a play-by-play breakdown of what went wrong. Not Sigma males. To them, closure is often a polite word for clinging. They are too pragmatic to believe that rehashing the past will fix the future. If a relationship collapses, they move forward, not backward. A Sigma male knows that not everyone is going to have the emotional bandwidth to explain their actions or validate his feelings, and he is fine with that. He has zero interest in being a detective for someone else's emotional mysteries. He trusts himself to connect the dots and carry on. No heart-wrenching letters, no long drawn-out conversations, just a clean break and the discipline to stick to it. This does not mean he does not feel the sting of loss. He does, but he channels that energy into self-improvement, hobbies, or work. To him, the best revenge, if you can even call it that, is a life well lived. Wallowing over a what-if is time he could spend on a what now. If you are expecting them to show up with a detailed list of grievances or to hash things out over coffee, think again. They know that trying to understand every twist and turn of a failed connection is like trying to map the stars on a cloudy night, ultimately futile. So, they shrug it off, learn the lesson, and move forward without looking back. This actually often unsettles others. They expect anger or tears, but what they get is silence. That silence is not coldness, it is resolve. He knows that some doors are better left shut because opening them risks letting out more drama than clarity. The ancient Greek philosopher, Heraclitus, put it best, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man." Sigma males understand that people and situations change, and dwelling on the past is futile. 2. They just stay unimpressed. Sigma males are notorious for their nonchalance. They don't get easily excited or impressed, even when others expect them to be. This isn't because they're unenthusiastic or bored. It's because they've developed a healthy skepticism toward the hype surrounding most things. As the saying goes, the dog that barks the loudest is the one that's most easily startled. Sigma males aren't easily startled. They've seen enough to know that most things aren't as remarkable as they seem. This perspective allows them to remain calm and collected, even in chaotic situations. You could park your luxurious sports car next to him, flash your latest Rolex, or recite your resume like it is the Gettysburg Address, and his reaction would likely be the same. A polite nod, maybe a half smile. It is not arrogance. It is simply that external symbols of success do not light his fire. He does not need shiny things to validate his identity, nor does he care for the rat race of one-upmanship. He is the guy who could afford the flashiest toy, but chooses not to buy it because he would rather invest in something more meaningful. Here is the thing about being unimpressed. It is not about judging others. Sigma males do not look down on anyone for chasing what makes them happy. They simply do not buy into the hype. It is like being at a magic show where you already know the tricks. You can appreciate the effort, but you are not going to lose your mind over it. In social situations, this means Sigma males won't feel pressured to fake enthusiasm or pretend to be interested. They'll politely listen, nod, and move on, without feeling obligated to contribute to the hype. 3. They will support you and move on without credits. A Sigma male will show up for you when you need him. He will lend a hand, solve a problem, or offer guidance without asking for a parade in his honor. And once the deed is done, he disappears into the background like a shadow at sunset. Credits are the last thing on his mind. This selflessness is not about martyrdom. It is about authenticity. He helps because he wants to, not because he is fishing for accolades. While many people expect their names stamped on every of their good deeds, he is content with knowing he made a difference, even if no one else sees it. This attitude often confounds people who are used to transactional relationships. They expect a quid pro quo, a thank you note, a shout-out, or even a favor in return. But for the Sigma male, the act of giving is its own reward. He does not need applause to confirm that he did the right thing. And let us be honest, there is something undeniably powerful about helping someone without sticking around to collect the glory. It shows a level of confidence and self-assurance that is rare. They do not hang around to remind you of what they did for you or to cash in favors later. And do not think for a second that they are keeping score. Sigma males do not tally up their good deeds to use as leverage. They help because they want to, not because they are angling for something in return. That is just not their style. 4. They would not explain themselves. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Lao Tzu. The world loves an explanation. People demand justifications for why you made a choice, held a certain opinion, or decided to walk away. Sigma males, however, owe no one a narrative. If they make a decision, it is because they have thought it through. They have no need to defend it to anyone. This trait throws people off because most are conditioned to believe that silence equals guilt or indifference. For Sigma males, it is neither. It is simply knowing that wasting breath on an argument rarely changes minds. They would rather let their actions speak for themselves than get caught in the quicksand of he said, she said. Explaining oneself often means seeking validation or approval, two things a Sigma male has learned to live without. His self-worth is not on trial, and he has no interest in pleading his case to a jury of public opinion. This is not defiance, it is efficiency. Life is too short to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. And let us be honest, half the time, people do not want an explanation. They want an argument. What is more, he understands that true understanding cannot be forced. If someone cannot see his perspective, no amount of words will change that. Instead, he focuses on what matters, moving forward, staying grounded, and leaving behind those who cannot keep up. That is his way of protecting his peace. 5. Expressing gratitude without attachment. When a Sigma male expresses gratitude, it is genuine, but it comes without strings attached. He will thank you sincerely, but he will not tie it to any future obligation or expectation. Gratitude for him is a momentary acknowledgement, not a lifelong contract. It is his way of saying, I appreciate what you did, but I am not beholden to it. This is not a lack of sentiment. It is a recognition that gratitude can easily become leverage in the wrong hands. Some people weaponize their good deeds, expecting undying loyalty in return. The Sigma male sidesteps this trap by separating his thankfulness from attachment. He knows that gratitude should not morph into guilt or debt, so he is not secretly hoping to balance some imaginary ledger or tie you into a cycle of reciprocation. His approach might confuse those who equate gratitude with obligation. They might expect him to repay the favor or hold onto it as a defining moment in their relationship. But he moves differently. Once he has expressed his appreciation, he lets it rest. He does not let it linger or shape the dynamics of his interactions moving forward. By keeping gratitude clean and uncomplicated, the Sigma male retains his autonomy. He does not let anyone hold power over him through the guise of generosity. He values what was done for him, but he values his freedom more. To him, gratitude is like a handshake, firm, respectful, and brief. It does not need to turn into a bear hug that lasts forever. 6. They forgive you but will not reconnect. Sigma males are not the type to hold grudges. They will forgive you. but do not mistake their forgiveness for a ticket back into their lives. Forgiveness, for them, is about releasing the emotional baggage tied to resentment. It is not an open invitation to rekindle what was broken. They can forgive, but they rarely forget, and they never ignore the lessons learned. When a Sigma male forgives, it is often quiet and internal. He does not need a grand confrontation or an emotional scene to declare his absolution. He simply decides to let go of the hurt for his own peace of mind. Carrying anger or bitterness is dead weight to him, and he prefers to travel light. That said, his forgiveness does not mean things go back to the way they were. Once trust is fractured, he sees no point in trying to glue the pieces together. The relationship might have served its purpose, but in his eyes, its time has passed. He respects the law of diminishing returns and knows when to walk away. This trait can be both maddening and admirable to those on the receiving end. Some might interpret it as coldness, but it is not. It is clarity. The Sigma male understands that not every relationship is worth salvaging, and some connections are better left in the past. His forgiveness is a gift, but it is not an invitation to start over. 7. They let people misjudge them. A Sigma male does not lose sleep over being misunderstood. Let people misjudge him. He is too busy living his life to correct their misconceptions. While others may scramble to defend their reputations, he shrugs off the judgments like raindrops on a raincoat. He knows that the truth will reveal itself in time, and he has the patience to wait. This attitude stems from a deep-seated confidence. He does not need everyone to understand him because he understands himself. His energy is too valuable to waste on convincing others of his intentions or character. If someone misreads his actions or motives, he lets it slide. He would rather let his consistency speak for itself than engage in futile debates. They know that clarifying misconceptions can be a Sisyphean task, especially when dealing with stubborn or close-minded individuals. The beauty of this mindset is its simplicity. By letting people think what they will, the Sigma male frees himself from the exhausting game of reputation management. He knows that perceptions are often shaped more by the viewer's biases than by reality. So, why bother? He lets the world make its assumptions while he focuses on his goals. This approach also serves as a filter. Those who truly matter will take the time to understand him. Those who do not are not worth the effort. It is a win-win scenario. He stays true to himself, and the rest sorts itself out. As the saying goes, a lion does not lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. The Sigma male embodies this philosophy to a T. There you have it. If you are a Sigma male, let us know in the comments which of these points hit home for you. We are always eager to hear your take. If you enjoyed this video, do us a solid and hit that like button. It is the best way to let us know you are digging the content and helps us create more of what you love. A big thank you to everyone who has been part of this amazing community. If you are not yet a member, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and join the crew. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.